So I wake up from a dream of what seemed to be some form of nuclear attack. I have never had a dream like this before. I've been posting dreams and visions since 2007 on YouTube. And to have a dream of a nuclear attack spoke volumes to me because it isn't something I've ever had before. And I am a dreamer. I dream almost every night, every time I sleep. I even have waking visions. So I'm going to tell you, get straight into it. In the dream, it was me and probably close to 500-600 other people. And we were in an apartment building. It almost seems as if we had taken down the walls that separated each apartment. So it was one large space inside the apartment building, and we were upstairs. I'm not sure why we were upstairs. I'm sure it was a reason, but we were upstairs. And everyone was huddled in. We had Oreos. Some people had donuts. Some people had pizza. It almost seemed as if we knew something was going to happen. And so everyone had saved, set aside their favorite food. And it was almost like if we're going to go out happy. And we're going to go out with a bang. We're going to play our favorite games, read our favorite book, eat our favorite snacks. We're not going to go out sad, miserable, and afraid. Because we were all ready to meet our Creator. It seemed as if I was a watchman. And I say that because right after that, us eating and everything and just talking to each other about how our life had been and things our children had done, I got up and walked to the window. And when I got to the window, I noticed the clouds just looked strange. And so I turned around to everyone and I said, I think we're getting close. Everybody start praying. If you have anything that you need to repent of, repent. I was just basically walking them through, making sure that we would be found spotless. Okay? Within a second of me turning back around, out the window, I saw this huge, what looked like to me when a jet breaks the sound barrier. That's what I saw, except it was much larger. Okay, it covered from one end of the horizon to the other, but I could tell it was in the distance, and the sound that it made sounded a lot like, all of these new movies that come out that have aliens or spaceships in them. And it's almost like a very deep bass sound, like doom, that the spaceships make was like that. Throughout this happening, almost as if it was in slow motion when I was seeing it. And I wasn't sure if I was going to make it from the window, away from the window, back into the building. I was almost like hanging out the window, and it was a window that you could just push, and both doors of the window go out to the right and one to the left, if you all can picture that. And I ran to the door. Okay, I pushed the door open. I looked out, and as I looked out, the soundtrack that is playing through the whole dream, it alerted me to what was about to happen. It always alerted me if it was going to be a peaceful moment. The music would kind of change up a little bit and be more peaceful. If something really bad was about to happen, the music would get very dramatic. It was almost if music was being used to communicate to us, so that his true children they know the season that they're in. No, not the day and time, but know the season that they're in, so that we can make sure our mind is in the mind of Christ as it should be. Okay, that's his favor that does that. So the soundtrack has now gotten very dramatic again, very heavy, and it was some of the fastest tempo music I had ever heard. And even though it was fast, you knew it meant destruction. And I looked to my left this particular time. It seems like everything was coming from the left side. And because the first like wave I saw in the air, it was like a wave in the air, almost like the air looked like water, and it waved like that. I knew it was some type of explosion or something, but it may not have been an atom bomb or a nuclear bomb. I don't know, but it produced waves in the air. Well, this time I looked to the right, and I heard that loud doom again, and it looked like a landmass had been blown up, and the water picked it up, and it was literally about to drop right where we were. I ran back in, and I said, "This is it. This is it. Are you ready?" And right when I got ready to say it was over. I don't know what happened. Everything went black, and then immediately I opened my eyes, and I was back in my bed here. I was shaking, I was sweating and trembling. Very few dreams cause me to wake up shaking and sweating. That was so real to me that it manifested symptoms in my natural body. I do believe that some of my dreams are of my astral body, okay? Because the spirit doesn't sleep. And so the spirit is what you would call your astral body, because that's how the spirit would travel, through the astral realm. And I believe that my spirit went to a future date and allowed me to live through something, okay? I'm not sure why, but that wasn't just a dream for me, okay? I don't even watch videos. When people post videos and say, "Oh, I had a dream about a nuclear bomb going off," I don't even watch those. Never have. And the reason I don't, because it's usually them saying the same thing, and it all sounds like something that came from a movie or something somebody else said. So I just don't watch it. I could be wrong, and if there's some good ones out there you all think may help me understand this particular vision, drop it down there at the bottom and let me know. But I just want to say that continue. If you haven't started, start gathering food, things you enjoy, and things just for survival, okay? I talked about that in my last video. If you didn't hear it, go back and check it. It was one of the live videos, and I talked about preparing for the shift. You know, when the shit hits the fan. That's what I call it. So, but if you got anything in me explaining this vision, just comment, okay? Because you see I'm lost for words. I don't know what to say, but I do know this much. I trust my Father in heaven. I know his son died for me. I know that I am covered in the blood. You are covered in the blood. But usually when something like this happens, something happens immediately after that verifies, validates, confirms the dream I had just before. So be looking and watching and helping me for something to happen that will be a clue as to what my dream was about. And that's how I get smaller details within the dream. I also want to say that the technology used may not be our technology. It may be technology from another race of beings, whether that be the Nephilim, fallen angels, principalities, rulers of the unseen world. It could be all of those things. I'm gonna try to find some gifts or something, gifs, I guess that's what they're called, so you can see it as I saw it. I wish I had someone who could do this for me, like recreate my dream so you could watch it. I've been looking for someone to do that for me for like 10 years now, and I still haven't found somebody. I don't have a whole lot of money, but I would definitely pay them whatever I can for doing it. Maybe if someone listening to me knows how to do that, and if you're really good at it, and drop your email and say, hey, I might can help you, because I do believe that I'm a watchman. And once again, in that dream, what was I doing? I was standing at the window and standing at the door. So just stay safe, peace and blessings. Like I told you all, I would be posting more often. Here I am. Thank you so much for supporting me. Thank you for sharing my videos, and thank you for the things that you send me. You all send me messages that bring tears to my eyes, really do. And I really care for you all because you are my family. Jesus said his family are those that believe, and those that who love his father. And he said, these are my family. So you are my family. So keep my family in your prayers as I'll keep your family in my prayers. I think I said that right. And peace and blessings to you.